Hello and welcome to my channel. Let's have a little discussion about something that has been trending for quite a while now regarding Africa. Why Africans around the world see hope in Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Across Africa and throughout the Black diaspora in the Caribbean, North and South America, the islands, Europe, millions of people are watching Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso with deep admiration and unshakable hope, even if they've never stepped foot in Burkina Faso. Something about this man pulls on their spirit. So we want to really look into what is the psychological meaning? Why does a young soldier from small West African countries steers heart of black people all over the world? This is very intriguing for me, so I started thinking about it. So I decided to let's have a conversation about this. The answer is layered, psychological, spiritual, and historical, and it's rooted in a deep unhealed one. So let's look at the first reason why. The weight of collective trauma, like Africans share what we call a collective trauma. For centuries, African people have suffered brutal exploitation, from chains of slavery to the chains of colonialism to modern chains of neo-colonialism, where foreign powers still pull the strings behind the scene. And it hasn't just been outsiders. Many African leaders, after gaining independence, turned against their own people. These African leaders are corrupt, they are greedy, and deaf to the cries of the poor. They basically don't give a shit about the poor people. They sold out their nations to foreign companies, filled their pockets, and left their people broken, hungry, and voiceless. Sounds familiar, just like the transatlantic slave trade, This long history of betrayal, pain, and abandonment has left a deep psychological scar on the black mind. You see, it has created low self-esteem, a sense of powerlessness, and the dangerous lie that black people can't lead themselves, that they always need to be saved by someone else. This is the view that the white people hold. I mean, the Westerners, that we can lead ourselves. So this is why they are constantly in our business, So now another reason as to why people support Ibrahim Traoré is for far too long, Africans have been shown a version of salvation that doesn't look like them. Like they're always seeing the white man being the hero in the story, always coming to save them. In movies, it's white man in cape. In religion, it's a pale-skinned Jesus with blue eyes. In a foreign aid, it's Western faces arriving with cameras pretending to help while taking 10 times more than they give. So this is what we are accustomed to seeing in our society, the white savior. The white savior complex has been pushed on Africans for generations, but deep down, people know the truth. Those who say they are saving us are often the ones hurting us the most. You see, Africans are tired. They're really tired of all of these lies and manipulation, tired of false help, tired of manipulations of waiting for someone else to fix what was broken, when what they long for now is a savior who looks like them. one who understands their pain, one who isn't coming to rescue them, but to rise with them. They want to see a black person be the savior this time. You understand? This is why they can connect with Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a savior. You know, the deep longing for a hero of our own is why they have this psychological connection to Ibrahim. Black people across the world have always yearned for a messiah of some sort, someone who would restore the image and the dignity of the black race, because they always sees us as a failure and we cannot amount to anything, we cannot rule ourselves. For many, Captain Ibrahim Traoré feels like a glimpse of that hope. You see, he looks like them. He looks like us. He speaks the language of justice. He walks humbly among his people, not above them. He challenges foreign powers and refuses to be a puppet for the globalists. He calls out wicked African leaders who are only in power to save their masters, to the oppressed, to the forgotten, to the ones who have waited for generations. Traoré feels like the kind of leader they were promised but never received. So this is why for so many it's very important to connect with him, to throw their support, to protest for him. You understand? Because this is about the image of the black people. So a new phase of power. This is why they support him, a new face of power that is a black person. This is why Africans across the globe, whether they live in Accra or Atlanta, Kingston or Kinshasa, feel spiritually connected to Traoré. He awakens something ancestral inside them, a memory of what we once were and what we could still become. You see, he reminds them of the giant who come before them. People like Thomas Sankara, the revolutionary who stood for integrity, like people like Patrice Lumumba, who gave his life for his people's freedom, and then we have Marcus Garvey, who preached unity across oceans, and then you have Malcolm X, who called for black dignity and pride, and then we have even some was able to do that through their song, like people like Bob Marley, who sang of liberation and revolution. These men all tried to wake us up. Many of them were silenced before their mission was complete. Traoré now carries their spirit forward. So now the people are throwing their support behind Traoré, and they are wanting the Western government to keep their hands off Traoré. They don't want him to end up like any of these past heroes that tried to save the black people. A symbol of rising people. So Captain Traoré may be leading just one country, but in the heart of millions, he is carrying a continent and a people. You see, he represents the break from the mental slavery, the refusal to be ruled by fear, the rise of a new black man who is unapologetically African, unafraid to confront powers and on board by foreign hands, so he can be corrupted. He's a very disciplined man, according to what we have heard. That's why people rally behind him, because when they look at him, they see themselves, they see their children, they see the African they have always dreamt of. And for the first time in a long time, they see hope. Please like and share. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.